Very much for the opportunity to testify to you today. There is a need to establish a trusted relationship between individuals and between individuals and organizations in order to support e-commerce, worker and employer interactions, delivery of benefits, movement of individuals, social connections, and health care. As the other testimonies pointed out, there are many ways to establish a trusted relationship, and they can include what you have, like credit cards and passports, what you know, passwords, PINs, mother's maiden name, and who you are, biometrics, the topic today. Transactions in the past have primarily rested on what you have and what you know. The addition of biometrics adds another dimension of security. Emerging is the use of biometrics as part of authentication to support transactions over the Internet, including mobile payments. With weaknesses in passwords alone, combining authentication with a biometric reduces the amount of private information that would need to be revealed repeatedly in order to reestablish a trusted relationship. Depending on the transaction, levels of trust can be created by combinations of different forms of authentication. This is supported by the National Strategy for Trusted Identities in Cyberspace, NSTIC, and is included in my recommendations in my written testimony. Creating and enabling those trusted relationships makes it more difficult for those who seek to destroy that trust through cybercrime, terrorism, and identity theft. Similarly, in our counterterrorism efforts, knowledge of the individual is a critical aspect in sorting out those minority of individuals who seek to do us harm, where biometrics is a critical tool in a large toolbox of ways to identify those individuals. To support these efforts, I highlight two recommendations from my written testimony. First recommendation, invest in fundamental research for enhancement of privacy within biometric systems and develop policies which encourage the inclusion of privacy-preserving techniques. As with other personal information, biometric information must be protected and remain confidential. One example of methods in the research community and in some of the commercial sector is something called template protection. This is where biometric matching is performed in an encrypted domain such that biometric information is not disclosed at any point. Another is liveness detection. This protects from the vulnerability when an attacker creates and uses an artificial biometric, James Bond. Continuous attention is required in order to stay one step ahead of those who seek to defeat those security mechanisms. Privacy and security are often spoken in terms of trade-offs, giving up privacy in order to achieve security. The research goal is to actually change the paradigm where we can look to maximize both privacy and security with some of these methods. Recommendation 2, invest in fundamental research challenges in biometrics through the cooperation of government, industry, and academia. Investment in fundamental research is needed to provide the foundation for biometrics in the future and includes such things as studying uniqueness and the permanence of biometrics traits that have been mentioned in some of the other comments. Other related recommendations in my written testimony have to do with enhancing data sharing to support research and increasing our cybersecurity workforce, including those who have expertise in biometric systems. As a unique structure for pursuing research, I'd like to highlight the Center for Identification Technology Research, CIDR, of which I am the director. CIDR is a National Science Foundation, industry, university, cooperative research center, and it focuses on biometrics. CIDR functions as a cooperative of industry, such as system integrators, technology providers, small businesses, and government organizations such as the FBI, DHS, and DoD. Projects are defined by faculty through interfacing with that community and integrating their research needs. Outcomes include creating workforce trained in the industry and government needs, but also promoting innovation through translation of research to commercial products and creating jobs. In summary, research, close collaboration between industry, government, academia, and investment in education will continue to make the United States the best in the world. In biometrics, this investment can reap benefits for improving our security in cyberspace, protecting our national security, and stimulating our economy as a leader in the technology of the future. Thank you very much.